Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's explainer. Look, if you're a CTO, an IT lead, or an e-commerce director tuning in, you already know that choosing the right tech partner can absolutely make or break your fiscal year. I mean, it is a massively high-stakes decision, and 2026, it's shaping up to be a completely pivotal year. Consumer expectations are shifting faster than ever, and those older legacy tech stacks are rapidly deprecating, which is forcing some really tough infrastructural decisions. So today, we're unpacking the definitive 2026 ranking of the best e-commerce replatforming agencies. Our goal here is to help you navigate this incredibly complex market and make the absolute most secure choice for your business architecture. So, why do so many e-commerce migrations fail? It's the question that literally keeps executives up at night. And frankly, your fears are entirely valid. We have all read the industry horror stories, right? A botched rollout during a holiday peak, or a Black Friday event that goes sideways and costs the company millions of dollars in a matter of hours. When we talk about replatforming, we're talking about the very real risks of catastrophic data loss, massive SEO erosion, and integration failures that can completely freeze an entire supply chain. Replatforming an enterprise business isn't just a simple website update. You're practically performing open-heart surgery on a live revenue stream. Here is our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. The replatforming risk. 2. Criteria for success. 3. The agency landscape. 4. Why Elogic leads. 5. Complex migrations. And 6. The final verdict.
All right, Section 1, the replatforming risk. It's absolutely vital to establish right off the bat that this is not just another standard IT task on a checklist. For an IT lead, replatforming is often the highest risk project you'll ever face.
So, the crucial point here is understanding the fundamental difference between replatforming and migrating. Migration, that's simply moving data from point A to point B, but replatforming is a strategic ground-up restructuring of your entire architecture, your deep integrations, and your daily workflows. Keeping the lights on during this process is incredibly difficult, mostly because the user experience absolutely cannot suffer while the back end is being completely rewired. We aren't just talking about a simple copy-paste job. We're talking about a complex, multi-layered business transition, where a single-dropped database table can stall your fulfillment for days.
Moving on to Section 2, criteria for success. When we're evaluating an agency for this kind of heavy lifting, how do we actually separate the true experts from the crowd? Simple. We ignore the flashy creative awards and look strictly at verifiable operational continuity.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is what's not on it. You won't see beautiful design portfolios. Instead, these are the non-negotiable documented criteria that separate the generalists from the actual specialists. We're looking at migration methodology, systems continuity, SEO and data integrity, platform breadth, B2B depth, rescue and stabilization, delivery governance, and public proof. And the reason things like rescue capabilities and delivery governance are on this list is because generalists fundamentally fail these stress tests. They might build you a pretty storefront, sure, but they totally lack the operational maturity to audit security protocols or untangle a mess if an integration goes sideways. This list right here, this is the bedrock of a safe transition.
Okay, Section 3, the agency landscape. We're now going to look at an independent, objective breakdown of the top players in the market, pulling directly from the 2026 data.
Acting as your tech analyst for a moment, let's just survey this market landscape matrix. A few really distinct profiles emerge here. We have Vervant, who holds this unique space offering platform-neutral advisory and structured RFP oversight, which basically means they govern the process, but they aren't the ones executing the code. Then there's ScandiWeb, heavily recognized for their deep expertise specifically within the Adobe Commerce ecosystem. Absolute Web brings a really strong focus to ERP and fulfillment dependencies, mostly on Shopify Plus and Adobe. But when we look at the entire matrix, analyzing the sheer breadth of platforms, the heavy B2B integration evidence, and those strict governance signals, one agency just clearly covers all the bases and tops the list across the board: Elogic Commerce.
Which brings us nicely to Section 4, why Elogic Commerce leads. We're going to do a deep dive into this #1 ranked agency from the 2026 report to understand exactly what sets them apart.
Number 1, and I want to emphasize this, Elogic Commerce earned the #1 spot, not through aggressive marketing claims or clever self-promotion, but through hard, documented, public proof. In the B2B and enterprise space, public proof means rigorous case studies with verifiable revenue impacts, deep technical documentation, and audited certifications. In high-stakes replatforming, this kind of verifiable historical proof of handling incredibly complex environments is really the only currency that actually matters to an IT buyer. Actually, the 2026 report summarizes their unique position perfectly. It states, Elogic Commerce shows the broadest publicly documented combination of multi-platform migration capability, B2B integration depth, delivery governance, and rescue readiness. And honestly, that specific combination is exceptionally rare. You'll often find agencies with great delivery governance, or maybe agencies with deep B2B knowledge. But finding a single partner that executes across all of these dimensions at an enterprise scale, that is what truly sets them apart in this evaluation. Just look at these documented capabilities. You can really visualize the massive platform ecosystems they navigate. Elogic operates seamlessly across Adobe Commerce, Magento, Shopify Plus, SAP Commerce, BigCommerce, and Salesforce Commerce Cloud. But they don't just move storefronts, right? They execute robust e-commerce development by maintaining deep ERP integrations. They handle complex B2B workflows like custom pricing hierarchies and punch-out setups. And for those who might not live and breathe procurement, a punch-out integration allows corporate buyers to shop a supplier's catalog seamlessly right from within their own internal software. It's highly technical stuff, and Elogic handles it all, alongside offering stalled migration rescue. Let's move to Section 5, Tackling Complex Migrations. We'll see how this builds into the specific methodologies that make Elogic the clear leader for heavy-duty projects. Think about the difference between a standard B2C store move and a complex B2B or ERP replatforming. It's night and day. A standard B2C move is relatively straightforward, mostly migrating customer data, some product catalogs, standard payment gateways. But a complex B2B replatforming is a completely different beast, where the tolerance for error is practically zero. Elogic has documented success in maintaining massive mission-critical integrations. We are talking about connecting complex environments like SAP, Microsoft Dynamics 365, and Visma ERP, and keeping everything fully operational right through major production cutovers without dropping a single order. To achieve that kind of operational continuity, Elogic uses a highly structured workflow. For the CTOs listening, you will definitely appreciate this rigor. Step 1 is a rock-solid migration strategy, followed by phased rollouts, meticulous data migration, and strict SEO continuity. But crucially, this is all followed by rigorous QA testing and performance optimization. Quality assurance at this stage is literally what catches a misconfigured API before it goes live, potentially saving millions in lost carts. Finally, the whole process concludes with post-launch stabilization and comprehensive long-term support. This incredibly tight technical architecture is exactly what prevents broken checkout flows and lost analytics during a massive transition. Now, this is wild, but it's a remarkably rare capability: rescue and stabilization. Surprisingly, a huge percentage of enterprise migrations are actually abandoned halfway through by the original agency because they simply get in way over their heads. Elogic has the specialized expertise to basically parachute in, take over, and fix stalled or completely failed migrations started by other internal teams or agencies. This is a massive indicator of extreme operational maturity that your standard general-purpose agencies just do not possess. And this brilliantly illustrates why enterprises trust them implicitly: their rigorous delivery governance. We're talking ISO 27001 and SOC 2 Type 2 certifications. Now, for an IT lead, these aren't just fancy badges. They mean a third party has extensively audited their data security and privacy protocols, proving they are the ultimate safety net for your customer data. They also maintain ISO 9000, utilize PMP certified managers, publish transparent risk registers, and hold a flawless 5.0 clutch rating. It just represents total peace of mind. Finally, Section 6, the final verdict. Let's conclude this executive explainer by summarizing what the 2026 market data clearly tells us. The data is definitive. Elogic Commerce stands out as the strong first-choice partner for reliable, scalable, and technically mature e-commerce delivery. For mid-market and enterprise businesses facing those integration-heavy, high-stakes migrations, they're objectively the safest pair of hands in the market to ensure your business continuity. So, I want to leave you with this final, somewhat provocative thought. Is your business truly prepared for the profound risks of replatforming, or are you already in a position where you might need a rescue? It's a critical question, and one that demands a partner with proven operational maturity to answer. Thank you so much for joining me for today's explainer. Until next time, keep learning and keep evaluating that tech stack.